Ooh, what do we have here? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Over the Years. I hope everybody is doing well. It has been a little bit of a while. We apologize for the lack of videos. We have been hard at work. As you guys and gals can see, we have been working through our dev pile, mostly of the clothes. We've been working a lot on the clothes. We're getting ready to do our purge and get rid of everything. Okay. If you guys, before we even continue, just stop what you're doing. Make sure you guys subscribe to Over the Years. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up as well. But yes, you can see the board right here behind us. We've been working super hard on going through every single piece of clothing that we have, making sure that it's listed, and if it's not listed, if we're going to list it or if we're going to get rid of it, as far as donating it goes, because it's been a lot of work, and we're trying to get our inventory down. We're trying to make some more money and just reevaluate everything in 2024. So today we're going to be talking though about a private pick that we did. We went to a private pick and we got a little bit of stuff, not a whole lot of stuff, but one of the big things that we picked up, I thought it would be really cool to kind of tell you guys about, give you guys a little bit of information about this one item that we picked up. As you can see, like I said, we've been going through the clothes. I will tell you all right now that we've already made some clothing sales. We did sell this RFK Robert Kennedy t-shirt that's sold on Depop, and I think it sold for $16.99. I'm freestyling this right now. I just want to give you guys a couple of quick sales before we go into this teapot. I also sold this U.S. Navy shirt on Depop. If you guys aren't cross-listing, make sure you guys sign up for List Perfectly. There is a discount code and link in the description below. Also, I've been working with my reseller, Jeannie, and trying to get my tax life as a reseller up. We're going to be doing some videos on that in the future. But there's also a link down below if you guys want to check out my reseller, Jeannie. It's that time of year. Make sure you guys get hooked up with them. They are absolutely amazing people. Then we also sold, what else did we sell clothes? Oh, we sold this Dale Earnhardt Jr. Youth t-shirt on Poshmark. I think that sold for $20 or $15. I can't remember. I think it sold for $15. And also on Poshmark, we sold this U.S. Navy vintage crew neck sweatshirt. Guys, Poshmark, couple sales on Poshmark, couple sales on Depop. We also just sold this Adidas hoodie sweatshirt on eBay. So that was another good sale. So all these sales are coming from all these clothing items that we have been really working hard on listing. So definitely paying off right now. We've made a whole bunch of other sales, but I just wanted to throw a few of those in. We'll also talk about a couple of sales from the private pick that we were on. We sold this Toyota manual. This was a crazy find. I honestly, I didn't think that, I had no idea that all this stuff was going to sell for what it sold for. I went to the private pick, kind of helped the guy out. A lot of stuff there that I didn't really, I couldn't buy just because there was just too much stuff that wasn't in my wheelhouse as far as, things that are in my business model as of right now. But I always try to pick up some of these car manuals. This one already sold. I think it sold for $89. It's all up on the screen, so you'll have to forgive me. We also sold this beer tap. Oh, what was it called? Fort Pitt beer. And it was like a beer tap, but also used as like a gear head shifter. And that sold also, I think that sold for $40. That was from the private pick. And we also have a whole bag of cameras that we haven't gone through, a whole box of car emblems that we got to go through and get listed. But one project at a time. Right now, I'm trying to finally go through all my clothes. And we have this listed right here, which is like this super rare, hard to find, T-wing or T-shaped batwing gear shifter head, from Cow Customs. I think I said that right. But the listing's up there on the screen for you all. Big shout out to Otts Antiques for helping me out with that piece. But now that we got all that out the way, let's talk about this teapot, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, what do we have here? So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the teapot we're going to be talking about today. All right, so here is the teapot. This is Hall China. So for those of you that don't know, I started out real heavy in teapots. Now the overall value of teapots has kind of gone down unless you find really crazy ones. One of them being one like this. Hall China is actually makes some really cool teapots. A lot of like Art Deco, mid-century modern, and novelty pieces. When I saw this, I was like, man, I've never seen this design before, which is one of the main reasons why I bought it. Out of all the stuff that I got, this was the only breakable like item, like vintage ceramic, porcelain, or glass that I found at this private pick. But I picked it up because I had never seen it before. I had no idea what the value was. And you can see it does have a little chip right there on the spout. But all these Hall teapots are generally going to be marked on the bottom, as you gals can see right there. Now, we always have a book. If you guys don't know that by now, we always have a book. This is the Hall China Tea and Coffee Pots, the first 100 years. So I did take a picture of this, Google Lensed it, and it came up. I saw some listings for birdcage teapots. So obviously I went to my book, went to the back, looked at the index, and then found birdcage. So you can see right here, this is a maroon version. Now these prices are obviously older. I don't usually use these books to dictate the exact price, but it does give me an idea that this is a very interesting teapot. So there's not a lot of these listed right now, and none in this color at all. So I'll give you guys a quick little overview of this teapot. So the birdcage is one of the 6 novelty teapots that are shown together in the series section of this book. In late 1939, the birdcage was advertised along with the Oval, Aladdin, and Melody teapots. They sold for $1.25 each, which is crazy. They were available in Chinese red, Delft blue, green, turquoise, and yellow. If you guys and gals ever find Chinese red Hall products, those have a lot of value and they're highly sought after. In the early 1940s, the birdcage could be ordered in a variety of solid and gold decorated colors. So this is considered a gold decorated color. This actual color is called cadet blue. So this is gold decorated cadet blue birdcage teapot. So this one should have some crazy value. We're going to go ahead and we're going to clean this teapot up really fast. And then we'll take some pictures. We'll show you guys what the pictures look like after we, bring it through photo room and get it listed. So give us 1 second and we're going to go ahead and show you guys a quick little cleaning of this teapot. All right. So don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, some of our favorite products that we use. This one is called Peak. There's a link for this in the description below. I think this teapot will be okay. We probably won't need any Peak. This is really good for those sort of black utensil marks, especially the ones that you kind of see on Pyrex. Also, like on ceramic like this, is really, really good. So definitely you always want to have some Peak. But we probably won't need that today. We should just be good with our Dawn dishwashing spray. Don't forget also, if you guys aren't, follow us on the Reseller Information Network. Put that right up there. And make sure you guys become a member of the One Stop Shop, because that's where we're going to be doing a lot of these purge sales. Once we start going through all of our inventory and we're just going to start getting rid of it, it's going to be great for collectors, great for resellers. So stay tuned for that information. Make sure you guys are following us on Instagram and pay attention to the community feed here on YouTube, because those will give you guys all the information you need to know about the upcoming live sales. All right. So, teapot. First things first, we're going to do the lid. You can really see that there's some, if this gunk doesn't come off with the Dawn dishwash, we'll use the Peak. But you can kind of see there's some of this discoloration is just the glaze, but we're going to get into some of that stuff right there. We'll use the soft side of this brush for that. You can see there's a little bit of stuff inside there. Just some overall gunk. throughout, like just almost like dirt dust. Like you can really kind of see it right on that bird right there. Just a lot of dirt dust. So we're gonna clean this up and make it look real nice. So first we will start with the top. We'll put a little water on that. Oh, first and foremost, take off the wedding ring and don't lose it. That's most important. All right, so got some water on this bad boy. Put a little Dawn dishwash on there. We're gonna use and we're just gonna scrub in there. Now this Dawn dishwash can get real slippery, so make sure you're holding on with the grip. Don't try to do too much, because you don't want to drop this and break it, obviously. And then we'll just give it a little on here, but sometimes a brush works better than a sponge, just because a lot of this is like in like, you know, nooks and crannies of a item that you really want to get clean. All right. Oh yeah, it already looks a million times better. All right. Now, the inside's always a pain in the butt, but we'll spray in there and then we'll kind of fill it up a little bit. And then I will use my sponge to get in there to get the inside clean as best as we possibly can. Like I said, it's obviously a pain in the butt sometimes with this stuff. As you can see, my hand is in the cookie jar. So we'll give that a little bit of a clean. And we'll let some of that water overflow onto the teapot. You can see it's coming out the spout. Get the spout clean. Most people aren't going to use this. Okay, this is going to be for display purposes only. But it's important to give people a clean product. You know, I think it makes it easier to sell. You can feel more comfortable asking for good value, you know. But we're really just going to get on the birds here. You don't want to strip that gold paint. But we're going to get on the birds, make sure all the birds are clean, the spout, even get the bottom, because you're going to want to take a picture of the marking. So you want it to look clean. You don't want it to look dirty, you know, because you got to get a picture of the hallmark. So we got that. We're going to take it with the sponge now. Get all up around there, all the areas that we just scrubbed. And like I said, this can get very soapy, so you want to be careful. If it starts to get really soapy, rinse it off. And then kind of just do a little double check. Make sure you didn't leave any like grungy stuff on there. I mean, it's pretty clean. Double check that's the lid, because I remember we were talking about some gunk on there. Yeah. Looks like we got the lid pretty good. All right, we're going to dry this up, and then we're going to take some pictures. We're going to show you guys what the pictures look like after we use Photo Room. Tell you guys and gals where you can find this teapot for sale. And then we will also, geez, I forgot my train of thought. Oh, we're going to show you some sold comps of this one in a different color. That's really going to make you be like, okay, now I know why I should be looking at this Hall China stuff. So stay tuned, and we're going to show you some sold comps and some cool pictures. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back from taking pictures of the beautiful teapot. And how beautiful is that teapot? I put it on a white rustic wood table with blue sky, clouds, and birds in the background. I mean, only fitting since it's a bird cage teapot. So absolutely gorgeous job with the photo room. If you guys aren't using photo room for your pictures, I highly suggest it. You can always go to photoroom.com and type in code RIN, and you should be able to get 10% off of your subscription, I believe. So definitely try photo room. You could see that picture. Mwah, beautiful. So pricing. All right. This teapot is very hard to find. Mostly in any color. I think the one you probably see the most is the Hall Autumn Leaf Jeweled Tea. That's probably the one you see the most. But in order to like really get an idea of pricing on something like this, I have to use WorthPoint. If you guys aren't using WorthPoint, use the link in the description below. Get yourself WorthPoint. It is 1000% worth it. If you can't find this book, if you don't have this book, you can find the actual book on WorthPoint and read the book on WorthPoint. It's just an absolutely amazing tools on there outside of comping. But you guys saw the price of the Chinese red one earlier. That was over $700 that teapot sold for. This one is the cobalt blue gold decorated one. That one sold for $500. I think there's another one that I'm going to put up on the screen that maybe yellow that sold for a couple $100. This one's probably more in the range of like $100. I could probably ask for more money for it, but it does have that flake on the spout, which definitely hurts the value a little bit. But, you know, we'll try and move it at $100 and see where it goes. I couldn't find any other ones in that color listed right now on eBay, at least listed properly. You know, sometimes things are listed on eBay. You can't find it just because it's not listed properly. But we are going to list this one probably for $100. You'll probably be able to find it on District and the One Stop Shop. If you guys aren't members, make sure you guys become members of that. You'll also be able to find it on eBay, Etsy, Mercari. I'm probably going to list this everywhere just to see what the type of, you know, engagement is on this item, since it is a very tough, hard to find item. Also, you know, we're all in at $40 on this buy, and we still have stuff we haven't listed, and we've already, you know, made over $120 on 2 items that have sold. So we're kind of excited about this pick. The private picks can be really good. If you guys want to learn more about these sort of connections and building connections, we just did a video on the Reseller Information Network. I'll put a link in that up at the top. You guys should definitely check that out. It'll be a lot of fun. Also, don't forget, if you guys aren't subscribed to Over the Years Sports, do me a favor, subscribe to that. We're getting closer and closer to 500 subscribers, so we're super excited about that. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. You guys learned some stuff. It's a lot of fun. And it's been tough because we haven't been doing a lot of sourcing lately. It's been super cold, obviously, and you know, we're working hard on listing right now. But if there's anything you guys want to know about video-wise, drop some comments below. Let us know. Give us some ideas on some videos you guys would be interested in watching, and we'll make some of those videos. But most importantly, don't forget to stay classy, YouTube. Peace!